We've got the Bobcat Spirit, Life is a Mystery, for your guiding energy this week. So I feel like for some of you, you may be in a very curious energy. You may be exploring, experimenting more at this time. You may be putting into practice new ideas that you have. I feel like you are also, during this time, in a more of an acceptance mindset. It's like whatever is happening to you or around you, or whatever you're feeling, you're surrendering to it, you're allowing it more. You're not putting extra pressure on yourself. You're kind of in this very observant state. You're observing everything around you. You're observing how your life is unfolding. You're observing the behavior of other people. You're taking that as input, as information. I feel like for some of you also, you may be in the beginner's mindset. So the beginner's mindset is about understanding that there is always more to learn. Being okay with starting something new and starting from scratch, and understanding that you don't have all of the answers, and that not having all of the answers doesn't make you weak. It makes you open-minded, it makes you wise. So I feel like you are also very open to learning, very open to experiencing. You may even be in this shift right now where you are experiencing something new or doing new things for the experience, and you are just allowing it to unfold however it wants to unfold. So this guiding energy, the Bobcat Spirit here, is asking you to continue with an open mind, continue to observe, be open to different perspectives. I feel like Spirit really wants to show something to you, wants to reveal something to you, maybe something that you didn't see before, maybe something you weren't aware of before. I feel like you are opening your eyes a little bit, and Spirit is guiding you towards this so that you can grow, so that you can learn something new. For some of you, I get this message that, maybe something wasn't working before. Now you're just allowing any possibility, and you allow yourself to observe and feel what every experience or perspective brings you, to understand what is meant for you. We've got path here. So this is leading you into a direction. You may or may not be aware of it, but you are being led onto a very specific path, into a new phase, into a new cycle. This path is very mysterious. You do not have all of the answers. You're not going to have all of the answers. But you're being guided by Spirit to be okay with that, to trust that path, to trust where you are headed. You've also got entanglement, so you are being guided away from some attachments in your life that you may be very caught up in or entangled with. This could be people, this could be places. Throughout life, throughout our experiences, even day to day, we can get very entangled energetically and within our lives physically with other people, other things, other environments. But I feel like for some of you, there's something very specific that you're entangled with, or certain people that you're entangled with. You may need to break away from this a little bit in order to walk this path that you're being pushed towards, that you're being guided towards. That's why you're being asked to be open-minded and observant of everything that's happening around you right now, to make you aware what doesn't feel right around you, or what may need to change around you, or what choices you may need to make that are different from the ones you have been making. So you're being guided towards awareness, self-awareness, and environmental awareness, because there's something that you're entangled with that is preventing you from walking a certain path. Or there's something that you need to see clearly in order to step into this path and be totally okay with it, even if you don't have all the answers right now. I'm seeing that there may be some sudden change for you. You may be somebody who is very loyal, very devoted to your relationships. You may have other relationships around you that are very loyal to you or devoted. I'm seeing some kind of friendship or relationship around you that is very, very close to you. This may be affecting your path right now. It doesn't have to be in a negative way. It could be in a supportive way. This relationship may be a key into your journey right now. There's also a message here of balance. So you could be experiencing a sudden change, and you're going to be asked to navigate this change in order to push you into this direction you're being guided on right now. Communication in your relationships will be very important, especially right now. You've got the hummingbird spirit for your guarding energy. The way to protect your energy, the way to protect this path that you're on right now, is to be very present and very mindful, very aware of yourself and your environment, much like the guiding energy. There's also a message here about enjoying the little things in life. These things are going to make a big difference for you, especially for staying present, being in the moment, and being grateful. This will also help you to keep your heart and your head open, keep them working together. You may be looking for your thing, your purpose, your joy, whatever that might be, but the hummingbird spirit understands that even the small wins count, that the small moments count. When the hummingbird finds a flower, and there's nectar in this flower, it celebrates it, it's grateful for it. It doesn't ask for more, it appreciates it. It's going to be very important on your path to manifesting this new journey for yourself. Being authentic, open, and honest is also going to be very important for protecting your energy. When someone isn't being honest with you, or is trying to take advantage of you, or feels off around you, accept nothing but honesty and truth. Make that an intention. If you feel like somebody is lying, if you feel like somebody is trying to deceive you, try to get to the root of that. Communication. This could involve a relationship, but you could be holding back, or somebody else could be holding back. There may be something that needs to come to light here. And I feel like receiving or giving full presence, being there completely, being very aware, is going to help the truth come to light, whatever this may be. That's for some of you. For others of you, this is about finding the secrets within awareness, finding your answers within your awareness and with your spirit, with your guides. So being mindful, being present, being observant, you are going to find all of the answers that you need in this awareness. We've also got death here, so you are being asked to let go of something. You cannot truly step onto a new path or a new goal in your life if you're hanging too tightly onto the past or you want something to return. You can't make space for new energy if you're trying to bring something back in or you're holding too tightly to past energy. There's something that you're being asked to let go of. This is also telling me there's a message here about resistance. So again, from the guiding energy, the message was about acceptance, observing, allowing things to come and go as they are. This is very similar. You are going to protect your energy by being very honest with yourself about what you want. Don't resist this. Don't resist this cycle ending. This cycle needs to end in order for a new one to begin. This is about building new foundations, new emotional habits, new mental patterns. This is a time of reinvention for you. It's a time of creativity. You are being asked to be creative and to create something. It's very important for you to have an outlet. This outlet, whatever this may be, even if you have to explore your outlets, it's important to find something because this is going to give you the motivation, the drive forward on your path right now. It is also going to empower you. It's going to protect you. It's going to give you meaning and purpose. You may also be asked to lead something, lead a project, lead an idea. You may be given an opportunity very soon to voice your opinion or make an impact. This can also speak to education, so you may be learning something new, upgrading your knowledge. You may be taking your creative passions and monetizing them or turning them into a business. This is going to protect your journey. This is going to give you clarity. We're going to look at your shadow aspect now, or challenge for you right now. You've got the dove spirit, be peaceful in your shadow aspect. Something in your past may have been very chaotic, or you may have felt chaotic. This type of energy can come from not having outlets, not having creative expression. There is a need for you to be at peace where you are right now and to accept where you are right now, even if it isn't exactly where you want to be. This is something that you may have struggled with or that you may still struggle with. You may have dealt with some frustration. You may have tried some things in the past that didn't work out. But it's going to be very important to see this as a different time, a different path, a different you. You've grown, you've matured, you know so much more now. You're wiser. So this shadow aspect is asking you to embody peace. And if you aren't, if you do not feel at peace, if you do not feel like you're okay with where you are right now, it's going to be very important to reflect on why you find it so difficult to be okay with where you currently are. You could have been told certain things by people. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody in the past, or this may have even been you, may have tried to cause some trouble or some mischief around you or in your life, or you may have felt this way. I feel like you went through this rebellion phase. I'm not going to stay in line just because I'm told. I'm feeling for some of you, you have a difficult time of letting your guard down and letting your nervous system rest. It's like you're in this state where you think if you are peaceful, if you let yourself rest, that something bad might happen, that chaos might come if you let your guard down, if you're not hypervigilant. And you somehow have built up this idea that being hypervigilant protects you and keeps you safe. But I am seeing this as a pattern within you, entangled itself within your shadow, within your subconscious, from experiences that you've had or heavy emotions that you have been through that have imprinted on you. I feel like you have felt this need to be rebellious, this need to be mischievous or to cause chaos or to invite chaos into your life. This is a pattern. You can also invite certain people or situations into your life because you're not comfortable with peace. You're not comfortable with that quiet. See, our mind does not discriminate. Our brain does not discriminate. So it attracts what is familiar and comfortable to it, even if it's chaotic, even if it's unhealthy, even if it's toxic. You will still unconsciously attract it, or you will create it within yourself, and then act that out externally. And if your nervous system is in survival, if your nervous system can't rest, you can't truly be open and accepting to what is to come. You can't open those doors. You can't open those new opportunities. First, you need to embody peace. You need to be okay with the discomfort. That's how you will heal. That's how you will grow. We also had defiance on the bottom, so I definitely feel some rebellious energy from the collective that I'm speaking to here. Being peaceful doesn't mean that you conform. Being peaceful doesn't mean that you give up or that you don't stand up for yourself. It's quite the opposite. You know what you stand for, but you don't need to prove it anymore. And you still might be experiencing this phase where you feel like you need to prove it. You feel like you need to push buttons. You feel like you need to have your voice echo through the void. And this could actually be something that is holding you back. Solitude is going to be important for you, but I'm also seeing that with the Bobcat energy as well. You may have already been isolating. You may have been doing this for a while. It's critical that you reconnect with yourself in isolation, that you become comfortable and okay with isolation. Too much of it can be taxing, too much of it can be detrimental on your mental health. But I'm seeing that you're going to find a lot of answers in isolation. You're going to find a lot of answers by connecting with yourself, being comfortable with being alone, being comfortable with not having to feel this need to scream out into the void and be heard. You don't need validation. You don't need people to hear you. You just need to hear yourself. You just need to listen to your own voice. Let your own voice guide you. It doesn't mean that you can't stand up for the things that you believe in or be a voice for yourself and others. You absolutely can. But this is a reminder to do it in a way where you're not trying to prove that you're right or to make people see you in order to show people that you're not small. Because feeling confident, being comfortable, knowing who you are, comes from a place of not having to explain yourself. Comes from a place of knowing that you do not have to prove anything to anybody. You just are, and you show who you are through living your life and speaking your mind, but not in a way where you have to make anybody change their mind about you. Let people believe what they want to believe. They will anyway. The answer to healing this may rely on fairness, equal give and take. If you have felt like too many people have taken things from you in the past or continue to try and take from you, this may actually be building resentment and creating this rebellious energy inside of you. It's going to be very important to have boundaries with others to make sure that you are also receiving. If you're not comfortable with receiving, then this is also trauma. And this is something that you need to look at. You know, if you're pouring from your cup also needs to be poured into. So make sure that you are doing that. Make sure that your relationships are fair, equal give and take. I'm also seeing a message for some of you that it's going to be important to give some of your time, your presence, your effort to maybe volunteering, something generous. I'm seeing that it's going to be important for you to help others or to help somebody. I feel like this is something that will also bring you a lot of peace. Never underestimate the energy that comes from helping others, or the satisfaction that comes from helping others. Helping other people can take us out of our own mind and out of our own problems and into the moment to see people as they are, to see vulnerability from others. And sometimes this can be a huge help in healing these types of wounds. We realize that we're not alone. We realize that people don't care as much as you think about what you're doing, and that most people are just trying to survive themselves, to heal themselves. and to help others. So I feel like if you have something creative that you can use to help others, I feel like this will be very good for you. So just make sure that you are not overgiving, that you are not overextending yourself, because this will drive you further into isolation. You need to have boundaries, and it's going to be important to recognize when somebody isn't being fair. If this resonated with you, leave a comment, leave a like. It really helps me out, and I would love to hear about your situation or how this resonated with you. If you haven't already, join our inner circle and subscribe. It would be lovely to have you here. If you are interested in a reading like this one, I do offer them on my Patreon. You can also send me an email. I do have very limited spots monthly because I do content mostly full time. And I'll see you next time.